Alright guys, it's time. Season 11, 100 plus Mythics. Took me a while to get this set up, but we are going to Sanctify, which means we are potentially going to brick 100 Mythics. But I'm going to be honest, we're probably not going to brick that many. But the whole goal with this is to test and see with the Sanctification, which is the brand new Endgame super mega craft that costs these brand new things that are actually quite rare. They're called Heavenly Sigils. Yeah, we're going to craft over 100 to see the results, so let's go ahead and slam and go. All you got to do is go to Hydra, go to the Heaven Forge, hit Sanctify, and that's it. So now we got an affix replaced. So this Harlequin over here has total armor instead of regular armor. So this one actually kind of bricked. What we're going to do for the video to make this a little bit faster is I'm not going to save every result here. I'm only going to be locking in and showing you guys the good results out of, again, over 100 plus. I think 120 is the actual number that we're using here because I already have like one open here. And it's 12 mythics on each one. So this one, I would say this is a brick. I'm only going to count the good ones just to make it faster. And so we'll go faster. I just want to show you guys kind of how the system works in the very beginning. We got a new affix added. All right, so that's 400 HP. That's a pretty good stat. I would say this is our first win here. Okay, so that's our first W. So save it. And then item is indestructible. This is considered a trash stat, so that's no good. Okay, we can do this faster. Item is indestructible. Trash. New affix. What was the affix that it added? Critical. Oh, that's huge. 15 additional crit. Hey, that's a W, man. That's a win. Oh, whoops, it didn't, so you can't save it from there. So we're gonna go ahead and save this. So we got 2 wins so far. Okay, so upgraded to greater affix, that's a win. It's not a huge win, but it's still like a pretty decent one. This, we have an extra 8% lucky hit chance. That could be good for certain builds that you want lucky hit chance, right? Sanctification failed. So I don't know if I'm gonna count how this works because Sanctification failed doesn't actually fail. All it does is like you just Sanctify again. So now it got ignored durability loss. That's trash. So that basically bricked. Indestructible again, brick. Casting concealment. So this is an aspect. I'm going to consider an aspect. I mean, it's not the greatest aspect, but it is an aspect. So I'm going to consider that a win here. And then item and indestructible trash. Affix replaced. So we got total armor. Okay. This one is actually not that bad, but it did replace one. So it's a 50-50 because the stealth thing doesn't really matter, right, for Shadowfall sets. But I'm going to consider it like a neutral because it did replace. We like straight up lost a stat. And if it replaced another good stat, then that would be a pretty big L. But like I said, we're going to keep all of our results here just so we can see. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 12 actually rolled good. And then we're just going to go salvage the rest over here just to make it a little bit faster. So like I said, we'll do these faster and faster just for the very first one. Kind of got to do it slow just so you guys can see the whole process over here. But hello Marisa, hello Maxim. All right, so let's go ahead and keep on slamming, guys. So that, like I said, we're gonna do over 100 mythics here, and I guess this way you guys get to see my reaction. And I'll mouse over the items as well because yeah, you guys can see the item. Because even if it shows over here like the item's indestructible, it makes more sense to read it on the thing. So that one basically brick. Sanctification failed doesn't really actually count as a fail. We have resource cost reduction. I mean, I will still consider this a win. New affix added all stats. That's a big win over there, man. New affix added all stats. Another big win. Upgraded to greater affix. That's another win. Okay. So far, I would say most of the times, it looks like we're pretty good, guys. New affix, 800 HP. That's a big win because it's a two-hander. This one, we got, oh, okay, it's like assimilation or something. It's like that increased dodge chance. That one's actually a pretty big one too, especially for rogue. This one, we got a new affix. We got extra cold damage. Now, I'm going to be real, I don't think that Barbarian can play any cold. I mean, I'm going to consider it a win because it's like it didn't really lose anything. But yeah, I don't think you can get cold damage on Barb. So it doesn't matter. Okay, this one just failed. That failed again. Affix replaced. It is restore primary resource, but I'm gonna wait, what? Wait, no, this bugged out. What the heck? It replaced something. Oh, it replaced it with just Dex. Oh, okay. Does this one always have restore primary resource? I don't remember this item because it probably doesn't matter anyways. So that one I'm gonna consider just like a neutral. We upgrade to a greater affix. That's a win. albeit it's a pretty small one. We got a new affix and crit on a Shaco, man. Dude, holy. This round, we actually didn't really lose that much at all. New affix, physical damage. Okay. Again, that's just a free stat. We only had 2 items brick on this one over here. So, in total, yeah, we're going to count up the numbers after. I just want to show you guys everything. Man, dang, I didn't notice how long this video is going to actually be. It's going to be a little bit of time, man. What would you give to perfectly sanctify a piece of gear? Oh, there's not any like special thing that you can do to like guarantee results. Once you roll the sanctification, that's it. Normally, guys, if you guys are doing mythics, you do want to quality them up first. It's not like it's not important for this part of our process to quality it up. Sanctification failed. Affix replaced. What did we get here? Oh, we lost them. What is this thing normally roll with? It's all stats, max life, DR. Oh, and then that chance to do like shadow damage, right? Okay. This one's actually not that bad because like that shadow damage might not matter, but it's still like since we lost something, I'm not going to consider it a pretty big win. Max resource is actually a pretty big stat for a lot of builds, so that one actually could be a huge multiplier. This one, a new affix, 800 life. That's another W. And also this way we can see, guys, what are the new mods. Indestructible's garbage stat. This one over here, we have max resource, that's win, okay. But I would say most of these are actually wins. I don't know why gold is shooting out when we finish this. Wow, and wow, look at this Harlequin. Holy, guys, this one is probably one of the best ones that we've gotten. Because remember, guys, Season 11 is going to get way harder. This is Diablo 4, by the way. This is not Diablo Immortal. It's got basically another 1/3 of its like stats for life. I think this is a pretty good one so far. That's probably one of the biggest wins. And then we have new affix, some total armor. That's still pretty good though. Remember, like they're redoing armor in the next season. Gem. Ooh, this is I've never seen this. So you can get up to 200% of your gem strength. And remember, this is a 2-hander. Wow, that's pretty crazy, man. That's like getting. Wow. Like 200% of what the one gem. So you get like basically 400% because that's 2 gems. Now I wonder if there's any ones with rune boards. Wow, this one's actually pretty big too. Cool. Oh, yeah, I'll just gotta move this one to the bottom because that one's a win. The new affix added poison damage. I mean, I'm gonna consider it a win, even though like the base item sucks. I'm not gonna really look at what the base item that rolls on it because I just don't see people using it. So we got extra dexterity as a new affix. I mean, it doesn't even work with our build, but it's still a win. All right, then the Star of the Skies, what did we get? Indestructible. Okay, so that one, we actually got a lot of good results, man. Lots and lots of good results. Out of 120 should be the number, by the way, guys, that we're doing. 100 plus mythics. What's the secret to getting all of these? We're on the PTR right now, brother. So, yes. Each one of these, again, is 12 because each row is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then 12. So, yeah, and then we're opening up 10 of these bags, so that's 120. All right, anyways, let's go. Continue. Go, go, go. We have a lot of these. So we have life on hit. That's actually a good stat in the new season, so that's a win. Sanctification fail. New affix. What did we get? Physical damage. Okay, so that could be good for, let's say, the barb. But actually, a lot of classes can use that. This is cold damage for... So if you just get cold damage or just any sort of like percent, it's basically half an aspect. Life on hit is still pretty good, so that's a win. This one we got poison damage. We got... Oh, you gain evade. Oh, so this is Juggernauts. So we just got Juggernauts aspect. The aspect ones, guys, they look like they're very, very, very rare. So upgrade to GA. It's definitely good. Although no one plays Andariel anymore. Poison damage, okay. Item is indestructible. Okay, that's our first loss in this batch over here. Upgraded to greater affix. That's a win. Next one up over here. New affix added. Let's see. Attack speed. Wow, you get 20% attack speed. Wow, we only had one out of all of those guys. Only one of them actually bricked. So that's a pretty good result. I don't know what the... I've only seen that one roll on that grandfather on a Mythic. So this is our biggest win so far. We'll try to separate it, and I'll let you guys know like how many big wins did we have. I think we're gonna actually have to open up another tab over here because we have so many items to show off. And then this is the only one that bricks. So again, we're just gonna salvage the ones that don't work. So get our spark, and you guys can see what we get for materials. You actually get a lot of Forgotten Souls too, which is great. And this season is finally a season where I guess farming Mythics is going to be like something where you may want to farm the same one multiple times because, well, you need that good sanctification potentially, right? And obviously it's good to test these out now, so that one's a win. Actually, we should just move the losses because I think we're getting way more wins than losses. Wow, we got multiple greater affixes, so all these roll the greater affix. We got affix replaced. So this one, I'm going to consider this one a loss. Okay. Sanctification failed, that doesn't matter. New affix, poison damage, that's going to be a win. Indestructible, okay, this is a loss. Indestructible, another L, unlucky. Indestructible, unlucky. Affix replaced. Ooh, gem strength is probably not really worth, what is it? Attack speed, crit, core skills. Was it lucky hit chance? I think that some builds don't need lucky hit, so this could be like a mid-tier one, but I would say, again, we're only looking at upgrades, so I'm going to consider that one like a loss. New affix added. Okay, resource cost reduction, that's okay. Okay, new affix added. This one, we actually got a lot of bad ones. 90% gem strength in here. Again, that's a pretty good one. So if it's 200, you get 200% gem strength. Okay, that's pretty big. This is lucky critical strike. Oh, wow, we got Umbral. Umbrus. No, yeah, Umbral. Umbrus, I think is what it's called. So that one's a big win, actually, for Rogue. That's a crazy OP one. But all of these other ones, yeah, they bricked. So that one was our first, like, pretty big loss here. Like half of them bricked.
See some steel you need?
There are a lot of the indestructible ones. And then we got some, like, affixes replaced. All right, boom. Next one, man. How's the PTR going? Well, I would say, honestly, I enjoy Season 10 a lot more. The power creep has gone way down in this season, to kind of answer a question with it. Yeah. But yeah, let's keep on going, guys. We're going to sanctify all of them. Okay, we got indestructible. That's an L. So that's a brick, basically. I mean, technically the item is still usable, but it's bricked in the sense where, like, we didn't get anything good, right? Some of them, sometimes they just, like, they glitch out and it doesn't tell you what happens. Okay, this one's not bad. That's a damage with mobility, has a chance to gain resource. We have ignore durability, that's an L. And this one over here, again, sometimes it doesn't even tell you what you get. It's just like, whatever. Which is obviously a bug. But this is pretty decent. When you get increased dodge and then you can fortify. Again, these are really good for like Rogue. Because they already have a pretty good amount of dodge. A new affix added. So we got 900 life, that's a win. New affix added, shadow damage. New affix added, lucky hit chance. Okay, still viable. This one, item is indestructible. Okay, it's a brick. Item's indestructible. Again, I don't know why gold shoots out randomly. Sanctification fail. New affix added. Ooh, CDR, that's a pretty good one. Cooldown reduction. Another greater affix. Okay, so this one looks like it's 50-50 right now. So I don't know what the actual results are. But I would say, like, again, indestructible isn't like to the point where like the item is unusable, but like it's not getting any benefit, so it is kind of bad, right? But the results are pretty good. Can you play new content with your old characters? The answer is always no, man. Sometimes though, they do update the base of the game, and with that, like with the new Helltide changes, that will be probably available for everyone, but I can't say for sure. But like the whole new mechanics with like the powers in the new season, the powers are always tied to it. Otherwise, there'd be no point of a new season. People would just not play it, right? All right, so let's go continue. New affix. So we have poison. It's a win. Greater affix, a win. New affix added. All right, what did we get? Cold damage. Okay, nothing special on that one. This one, we have a becoming injured while crowd control grants you unstoppable. A 41. Okay, so it rolls 40 to 20 seconds, but this one rolled 41 somehow. So I think that these actually can break the game too. Like actually breaking the game. So yeah, basically this is Vaal orbing, yes. Well, thank you, Raj. Appreciate it, man. And more to you, Max. All right. But yeah, this one, it's a really bad aspect, but I'm still going to consider it like a W because it didn't... it's just like a free passive, but I still think that it's pretty weak. Reinforcement cooldown. This one is actually pretty bad. There's very few times where calling your reinforcement. There's one build actually with Barbarian that can actually regen it. It's a pretty busted thing. I don't know if they're gonna nerf it, but there is a build that uses this. That is actually one of the best builds in the game. So because of that, it is actually a win. New affix added. All right, we got critical strike chance. Ooh, look at that. We have 20 crit. But if you guys think about how much power we lose with the masterworking, we actually still take a big L here. So that's no good. Upgrade to greater affix. It's fine. If it upgrades to greater affix, I'm not going to read what the greater affix got. But if it's like a new roll on the thing, that's pretty good to getting total res. Items indestructible. Okay, that's our first loss in this. I would say most of the time, though, it's Sanctification fail. Okay. New affix added. Resource generation. Wow. So we have 150 plus an additional 7. Sanctification fail. Failed again. Failed 3 times. New affix. Attack speed. Okay, that's probably one of the best mods that I've seen. That one and like the gem one seems to be pretty good, especially on a two-hander. New affix. We got total armor. Okay, so we only had only one of the items bricked over here. But yeah, we're gonna have a big stash. We only had one bad one. So I would say your chances of getting something good actually seem more favorable than not favorable. And like I said, I'll count it up at the very end over here. And I'll let you guys know what the exact number is. Okay, so let's go. Continue. New affix. What is the new affix? Cool. Wow, you get almost 20% cooldown reduction. That's awesome, man. Oh, yeah, that's right. We're going to put only the bad ones down. New affix. All stats. Hey, that's a pretty nice one. New affix. Rolled kind of low, but it is max resource. And you would want to run that item in that, so it was really good. When you cast a skill, you heal. Oh, so this is called Undying. Aspects. That's actually a pretty good one. Items indestructible. Okay, that's basically a bad stat that's like worthless. New affix, just main stat. Okay, it's not necessarily too bad. This one is becoming injured. Okay, that's the same one. That's basically it is an aspect, so I'll keep it in the good section. Okay, this one seems like it has a lot of potential. Dealing damage to an enemy has a chance to restore basically max energy unless you increase it with like melted heart slig. That's actually not too bad. I'm thinking, is Dancer nice? Does it have mobility in the it doesn't have mobility in the tag. Okay, that's unfortunate. So we have to use dash. I don't know, there could be some use with this one. But anyways, let's go and continue. It's still just a win here. Max life. Wow, this is gonna be really good on Doombringer. So indestructible. Okay, that's an L. It's a brick. What are we getting here? Shadow damage. That's still like free stats. Items indestructible. Okay, so we had 3 bricks on that one. No one's going to have this many mythics. You'd be surprised how many people will get mythics. But the whole goal isn't to like rotate through like, I mean, you're not going to rotate these on like rogue anyways. But the whole goal is to see what are the potential rolls. So that's number 1. Number 2, what are your odds of getting like something that is like just benefiting your character, right? And again, the odds are looking pretty good right now. And we'll do the exact number once we finish it. We have 2 more, so we have 24 left to go, boys. You feel like Diablo has a new season every 2 days? Really? I feel like the seasons are really slow, but that's because like I can finish a whole season in like a 1 weekend. But I mean, it's because I can go pretty fast in this game. Oh, that's a brick right there. Indestructible. Upgrade to greater affix, that's a win. Over here, upgraded greater affix win. Sanctification fail. Indestructible, that's an L. Ignore durability loss. I hope they just replaced that one. Affix replaced. So we gained overpower, but I think this one isn't. This is the one that has like berserking on it. Yeah, that's probably like an L, man. So that's an L. So the affix being replaced is pretty rough, especially on a mythic. Like imagine just losing out on your GA on a mythic, man. Oh man, that feels so bad. That's just terrible, man. I think this season is gonna make people really angry if they do a mythic and it bricks. New affix physical damage. Okay, that's a win. This one we actually bricked a lot. New affix, big amount of HP. That's good. Indestructible, another fail. Wow, this one we actually lost out on a lot. I don't know what the percent is, so it might just be around 50-50, man. This one we got another one of those dodge ones. So that one seems to be very common. Now, it also depends on the class that you play for sure on these. But yeah, that one we actually lost like more than half. But most of the time, we're getting a benefit. Alright, our final 12, guys. This is actually a very lengthy process, but it's good to see what's the possible roles. Right now, the strongest class, like it's not even up for debate, is the Barbarian. It's the one class that's doing a lot higher, but obviously as PTR, things can change. So we got Affix Replace. So I guess losing out on the Poison Res would be like probably like the better like option, but yeah, getting a replacement of Resource Cost Reduction probably going to be considered a brick. We got extra HP, that's good. This one we got, oh wow, that is the best one I've seen the entire game. This is huge on a Sorc. If you can get ranks to core skills, that is so big. Now, I don't know if that means you can roll in everything, but that is actually the #1 best one that we've seen, I think, the whole time, man. This is the best one. So that's really good. That's probably a super rare. It's probably like 1 in 100 or something like that. I mean, that's probably going to be the results here. The item's indestructible. That's a brick. Unlucky. All right, next one. Daze effects last long for that. Dazing enemy increases your movement speed. Okay, I mean, like it's free movement speed. We got ignored durability. That's a L. Indestructible. Again, another L. But again, like if that happens to your item, it's bricked in the sense where it doesn't gain any power, but it's still like usable, right? Ignore durability loss. I feel like that one is way too common. I mean, maybe it's just like it's so common and doesn't give you anything. I think the thing that should be common, that it should be like your main character stat, because it's just like, oh, it's like free upgrade, cool. It's like that way the player's just like, oh, okay, you know, I'm satisfied. But if you like, oh, item indestructible, when you get it like multiple times, I think a lot of people will be very salty about that. But like 6x shadow damage is almost like it's too low, right? Gem strength, that one's really good. I like that one. We got extra cold damage, which you never want. Okay, so this one's like about 50-50 over here. Okay. Now, guys, we can finally total up our results of all the bricked items. And again, I'm counting indestructible as bricked, but technically it's still like usable, but it's still no change. So we're basically looking at like how many of these are going to be considered wins and how many of these considered are losses. Okay, that's a lot. Let's count them up, guys. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is going to be 50 here. So 50, 60, 70, 81. So, guys, 81 out of 120. What is that? Let me do the quick maths on my calculator. All right, so what is that? 81 out of 120. So your odds of getting something good are 67% chance. So it is in your favor to obviously go for it, but there is a risk. But the risk, I counted the bricked items as indestructible. I want to say more than half of the items that I considered bricked were indestructible. So overall, guys, the results are pretty rare to get the good ones. There was only like one that really stood out, which was the Melted Heart Slig. But I know with Barbarian you can get the aspect of anger management, but for the rogue aspects there was like no really good like rogue ones. I don't know if they have like, you know, like Intercom or any of the, you know, Creeping Death or any of the other ones that can potentially roll. But the other one that I thought had pretty good potential was that Gem Strength, because like if you're getting an extra 72 and that's 200% of that, like that's a pretty decent amount. And if you get, you know, 2 gems on that, that's a pretty big amount. You know, just flat numerical damage, especially if you can scale it. And remember, guys, in the new season, you can actually use that for, let's say, skulls. And skulls are actually not too bad. I'm going to go over this real quick because as far as, like, the gems go, remember there are certain scales like ultimate damage that you can scale off. Now, a lot of these will have caps, but it can really help your character reach those caps. But on top of that, again, with the skull, actually 32 life on kill is a pretty low number compared to life on hit. But nonetheless, that's the results. You guys let me know your thoughts down below. But GG's, man.